The Vaccination Passport Pitfall: Road to Global Surveillance Dictatorship.
Up until now, more than 20 studies prove that natural immunity against SARS-CoV-2 is more complete and lasts longer than the one achieved by any of the vaccines on today's market, since the latter merely protect against severe disease for a short period of time. As a consequence, boosters are being administered already every 5 months in Israel. Despite these findings, the European Union and especially the World Health Organization are eagerly working on regulations and guidelines for an international vaccination certificate in the name of health and safety. However, the type of data that is being collected makes it clear that this is not about health in the first place. In addition to vaccination status, personal and biometrical data such as photos, fingerprints or iris scans, religion, ethnicity, and the person's expressions of opinion and specific needs are also to be stored. It is therefore questionable what goals are actually being pursued with the introduction of a worldwide electronic vaccination passport and the associated digitizing of personal identity. Interestingly, back in November 2020, China's ruler Xi Jinping spoke at the virtual G20 summit about the need for a global mechanism to travel again in light of the corona pandemic. He suggested countries to join the Chinese system in combating the corona pandemic and recognizing each other's health certificates and test results using QR codes. In China, such a system uses health code apps to create movement profiles of smartphone users and determine their health status. Scanning is required everywhere, for instance, when a person leaves or enters an apartment complex, or before entering a store, and in all means of transportation. Only with the green code, you can travel or shop freely. Other colors, such as orange and red, mean quarantine. However, the green code is only given to healthy people who also display the corresponding loyalty to the system. Accordingly, the danger of such QR code system is that it is used in order to control the population and as an instrument to maintain power. Any criticism or protest can be muzzled and democratic processes nipped in the bud. Bearing this in mind, it is highly alarming that the WHO is currently working hard to introduce a digital vaccination passport based on such a QR code system. Just recently, the WHO awarded T-Systems, a subsidiary of Telecom, a major contract to use QR codes for the development of a verification service for vaccination certificates across national borders, in order to make it easier for member states to digitize their citizens. As a result, it is only a small step to the establishment of an infrastructure necessary for a control and surveillance system in democratic countries, virtually through the back door, by means of using a seemingly harmless vaccination passport. What is fatal about this is the transformation of our liberal society is being driven forward in such a subtle way that only a few people recognize the immediate danger and fully comprehend that the digitized world lying ahead of us will be irreversible. Conclusion. Dear viewers, all of us who live in democratic societies did not earn by ourselves the freedoms we enjoy today. They were handed over to us by previous generations who often snatched them and paid for them in blood from the hands of monarchs and tyrants. Today, we are clearly at the verge of having these hard-won freedoms stolen from us forever. Apparently, certain actors are using global government structures out of the background to drive forward our liberal democratic society's transformation into a surveillance state with incredible determination. Therefore, it is high time to bring this information to the knowledge of a broad public so that future generations may also be born in freedom and live a self-determined life. Thank you.
An initial focus on health could easily become a Trojan horse for broader political monitoring and exclusion, akin to the dangers associated with China's social credit system.